Hi YouTube, how you doing? I promised I was gonna make you laugh. Can I make you laugh? Did that do it? I was over on Robin's page and I don't know if he gets my sense of humor at all, but there's an old joke and I was telling him, um, first off, it doesn't matter what a person looks like. I told him, take my ex, please. Haha. No, I already handled that. I put it in God's hands. I had to, and he was a really, really good-looking man. That's not why I married him. We used to read our Bibles together when we were 17 and 18 years old when we first met in the park and blah blah blah, whatever, but the father of my two sons. And well, anyway, so I don't know if he'll get my sense of humor, but that's how I feel, if a person doesn't have God in their heart, they are ugly. They really are. I mean, there's no other way I can put it. It just is like a something about them that I can't deal with, and then they start looking like the devils that they are inside. Because if God's not in there, something else is. There's really no in between. I know that. So, anyway, I just had that on my mind. And um, to the lady that's been my friend and stuck by me for a really long time, hi. I hope you're doing better. And I did ask God to help you. So I actually, too, asked for all my friends. I can see a lot of people struggling really hard and actually even struggling to get people to get along, which is totally amazing. And the especially no offense, but the ladies that get me, you know, thank you for getting me. You know, I get you too. I feel that. So it's not easy, especially if you're a lone Christian woman in this world. You are so vulnerable. I mean, everybody is, and a lot of people are, but I mean, I think anybody struggling with that right now, we run across the opposition more often than not. It's more people we meet actually don't have faith than the ones that we meet that do. So, yeah. But that's why all you are cute to me. And that really does, that's the number one criteria for being a friend of mine. If you don't have Christ in your heart, well, there isn't enough substance as a person to actually be on the same page as me, I guess is the way to put it, even though I'm not really big on that term, but that is really, really how it is. So, anyway, today has been a great day, and it was about 50 degrees, well, 49 in the shade today. So, and the snow was melting, and it was nice, really, really. And then I took a ham hock and some split peas and a little onion and some diced carrots, and I have a split pea soup cooking for supper. So then I'm gonna put them little oyster shell crackers in there. So yeah, that'll be good. Another thing I'm allergic to, but it's just like, what do you do? It does hurt my stomach. It hurts my guts like all the way through. And you would think that peas or legumes or beans or something like that be like totally good for you. Just like asparagus and spinach and rhubarb, just different things that it's like, no wonder that hurt my stomach. Because when I did a Mayo Clinic skin test and they came up with a list of stuff that I am allergic to. And I was wondering, no wonder I feel horrible. And no wonder I was vulnerable to diseases because it was breaking my um, uh, immune system down. So, yeah. Yeah, so, and then I had an operation. I had a deviated septum. And with my allergies, it was getting infected in there. So they had to go in there and reconstruct that. And that was probably from when I was little, my brother and I wrestling. Well, it wasn't my idea, but what do you do when somebody's like a foot taller than you? Um, you have to fight for your life. Well, struggle to get loose is what it's called. So, but I got like kicked and kneed and everything, elbowed in my nose. That's been broken so many times and couldn't even tell you. I don't know. I used to be able to take it and move it where I wanted it. That's pretty bad. So, yeah. So they fixed that. It's kind of a lump right there from the operation. They went in from from my eyeball. No, they went in from up in that direction and did it. So, yeah. So, anyway, I'm just, and I can breathe better. I literally could not even breathe. I was waking up choking because I couldn't breathe through my nose. And so if I had to swallow in my sleep, I'd wake up like gagging. And I think like allergies, I have seen people with allergies, um, asthma, I mean, babies with asthma and different things born, especially down south. And I know some of my friends, well, most of my family is in Texas too, but and a lot of their children have like asthma and different things just from living down in the valleys in that type of place. So, or desert areas, and I can't imagine what California's like. That's got to be hell, with all the fires and everything. So, shout out to anybody in California. Hope you're okay. Hope you're breathing all right and staying safe, all that good stuff. So, yeah. It's scary. I had my house burned down. I know just what that is. So, yeah, it's scary, but anyway, um, I guess it was supposed to burn. That's the way things go. um, my adoptive mom had a saying, well, it's not hers, I'm sure, but she go, that's the way it goes. First your money, then your clothes. And I'm thinking, yes, when we die, we aren't going to be needing all that. So, yeah. It's funny because she's got plenty of money or whatever, and but she would go play bingo and she plays online gambling. And when I was little, it really, really bothered me. Well, mostly because of she left me alone with mean people. But anyway, when I got older, she'd come to me and tell me about her gambling or whatever, and she's like all remorseful, like she was confessing her sins to me. It's like, why are you telling me this? But people do that with me. They'll get in front of me and um like I'll be on the way in to Walmart and people will pull me aside and start telling me their life story. I'm not kidding. I'll go to events and all this and I have this happen like all the time. I mean, people do that. I mean, I do that too, but it's I noticed it's a little different. So, yeah. Anyway, that's what they do to me. They accost me. So, yeah. Not so much anymore as they used to, but yeah, I still have a vibe about me. When you have a good vibe about you and you're out in public and you're like smiling and all that stuff, people are attracted to you. Either they want you dead or they want to be your friend, one of the two. But mostly in my case, it was the first one. They would want me dead. So, yeah, it's just the way it is. When people don't cleanse themselves of their sins, they walk around with all that dirty stuff, you know. And it's true, too. You can just see it on people, you know. Look in their eyes. And there's one guy, a person of color. He's like, "Oh yeah, these people don't like me because I'm biracial or blah blah blah." And I'm thinking, no, they don't like you because you're a jerk, you know. So it is true too, which is sad. But I prayed a lot about it, and it's like, yeah, well, I even tried talking to him and um, see. Well, he has a great big fat head, and if people don't believe all I want to do is dance, I do get a little radical. So I was watching somebody when they get mean with trolls on their own channel, um, not sticking me in that category, but I don't know. I kind of I would get like that too, not trollish, but mean at the trolls. I had to really curb that because well, it bothered me. When people were saying and doing things to people I cared about, it really, really bothered me. So, what can I say? That's the way it is. So, yeah. And really, anything, everything I've been through on this YouTube journey, Doug's got to sit here and listen to everything I go through. And, well, he tells me everything he does too. That's why I know so much about building motors. Well, no, I've actually set my own motors in and, oh, gaskets and um, timing belts and different things, a lot of things, mufflers, brake shoes, um, shocks, done all my own stuff a lot. Not that it was easy. One time I had a motor up in the air and I was a young mom and I had a little Omni, it was called. And it had a 2.4-liter engine in it. So I parked it under a tree and pulled the motor out of it, loosened up all the motor mounts and got everything loose and got the belt off there and put the new one on and went to set the motor back in, and I could not get that thing sitting straight in there no matter what I did. And the hardened bolt I had on the one side, it would go in, on the other side it wouldn't go in. And I kept trying to adjust it. Well, I left it for a bit. I came in the house and I cried. I did cry. And then I went back out and I found a softer bolt and I got it in there kind of sideways and everything ran good. And I'm like, good to go, whatever, you know. But, I was like, oh, probably 37 years old or something when that happened. I think I told you too, I go to start my truck. It's like, oh, 4:30, 5:30 in the morning to go to work or something. And the electronic ignition went out. And so luckily I had another truck just like that and had a spare electronic ignition, but just having to put that in and get to work after that. I mean, things that I just felt like crying. I wanted to be a woman. I wanted to have somebody say, hey, I can put that coil in there for you, or I know how to change starters and generators and relays and all kinds of stuff. It's like, and yeah, I felt like crying a lot. I really did. But you got to do what you got to do when you're don't have money for someone to pay to fix your vehicle. What do you do? And then you got kids to feed and everything. So that's what you do. Especially I live out in the country, so there wasn't much I could do about that either. So, but yeah. But I was, oh, yeah, listen to these men. the whiny ones on here, it's like, oh, I would like you to just walk in my shoes for about a year. You just love it. I'm thinking that, This one guy did get beat with a wire hanger, and his dad was violent, and I got hit mostly in the back of the head until I had my head cracked open. Then um, my mom was like, "Don't hit her in her head." But one time, and really, this is a Mason's mindset. But I don't know what I did. I might have been 9 or 10 or whatever. I might have talked back. I'm not sure. That wasn't a regular thing for me, but or just a bad look, maybe something. But he grabbed me and he literally kicked me around in the air with steel-toed boots on. And I don't know if he broke my bones then, but later in life it was I fell. I was roller skating and fell and I broke my tailbone. So I don't know if he had fractured it. And then he used to spank me so hard. I mean, I could not sit down, literally. So this guy that's on there and he's trying to get money from people and whatever, it's like, yes, you tell your whiny baby stories. There's so many people out here that have been beat on. It's like, and you think you're all special. And the dude is biracial, and I could see that that would be very difficult. But try being a Christian when you're a little girl in a group of Masons and see how you come out if you come out unscathed. It's only by the grace of God. So I was listening to this guy speak about that, and the thing is he lives in Cincinnati, and those are the best sky pictures now that he quit putting some fake color up in there too. But they are the best sky. Well, I know he's got to bring down the lighting so you can see it sometimes and whatnot, but I can tell. I've been watching the sky for a very long time. So, and loving God for a very long time. So all this isn't really new to me. But yeah, we do get attacked. If you love God, until we put a end to the dark forces, when we can make them not be forceful anymore, um, nobody will be free. So that's what we got to concentrate on. And I know a lot of people, a lot of you are doing wonderful, and a lot of YouTubers they're on here because they love. I do believe there are a lot that are just because of that. If you're not trying to make money, you're actually trying to make friends. So um, find people that feel the same way in life. That's really important. Like, for instance, I had a friend, I wouldn't go out, I wouldn't leave my husband and kids at night and go out drinking with her because her husband was out drinking. And she's never talked to me again. Well, and we were childhood friends, and it's like, well, it's sad. It does hurt. But, I told her, I said, just because he's out doing that, does that mean that you have to lower yourself and you go out and do that too? Is that the way it goes? So yeah. I did try that once. I went out dancing while the thing didn't come home. And sometimes it was, well, one time it was for 6 weeks, and I had a little one and I was pregnant and I was out in the country. But even if it was like a weekend or whatever. And then one time when I had finally decided to divorce him because of violence, I did go out dancing, but it didn't feel right and I wasn't happy. I had a drink, I had a couple dances. I mean, I didn't go to do anything. Like I say, all she wants to do is dance. And that's where I get that from. Not just that song, it's my literal feeling that I don't want romance. In fact, a lot of times it's very insulting to me. You know, I expect more out of people. So if a man doesn't have God in his heart, he won't touch me. Just ask my person that I gave a letter to divorcement named Doug. I mean, I'm not asking somebody to be absolutely perfect, but you have to at least be on the right team. So otherwise, I can't be friends with people like that. I can be cordial, I can work alongside them, and I can do things for them, but I I can't what would be the term for that? I can't get close to them. How do you get close to somebody that really might have God in their heart, actually knows of God, but won't speak of Him, won't teach of Him? See, it bothers me. That's all I can say. It bothers me. What can I say? So, so that's what's on my mind today. I was gonna come back here happier, make you laugh. I hope I did a little bit. I hope something, even my joke or funny face or something, give you a laugh tonight, because we all need that. And that's why I like hanging out in the hood, Robin's Hood, because yes, he does have a sense of humor. And um I don't think 20 more years of this planet like I've got on that situation, you'd be so laughy taffy. You'd be a little sore, but yeah, 40ish, I was laughing kind of hard still. It's easier to be more comical when you're younger, and it really is. So, you know, hopefully this world will straighten itself out so I can see that happen. I would love to see that happen. See great big steps in that area. So, back in the 60s and 70s, I really thought we had this. I thought that generation, my generation, I thought we were going to make a great big huge difference as far as getting along. And I think in a lot of ways we did, but I think a lot of people sold out because it was getting painful trying to be nice and having Satan attack them. Well, I didn't sell out. And so I lost a lot of friends along the way. People that I love, people that I care about, I had to say goodbye to because they're not influencing my life, but watching the dirt go by is horrible. So I had to put them in God's hands and just say, hey, I hope they'll be okay someday, you know? So, well, everybody, I just wanted to get on here and say hi, and I love you very much. Um, oh, yes, I don't know if you watched, but it was James Munder gave an update on those invading people. The well, they're not migrants, but they're invading our country. Are starting to like jump over the wall. Then they'll climb back and get back up on there, and there's a bunch of them at the border right now. So I don't know what they're gonna do. So it seems like such a setup, like such a what's Trump gonna do type of thing. See, I don't hate Donald Trump. I used to um, really have big disrespect for him the way he talked, but I can see where he's serving a good purpose for this country at this time now. But there's still wars going on. There's something like we have 850 bases in like 50 or 60 different countries. The United States of America has bases in like 850 different bases in so many countries. And I'm like, what? Even here in the United States, we've got the National Guard, the Reserves, the Army Corps of Engineers, and our regular Army. We don't need to be going anywhere doing anything. We got enough going on right here. We can just take care of ourselves. Like maybe the Army Corps of Engineers could start building some clean energy, you know, for people. So we have one in Minnesota. It's alongside a river, and it's a power plant. And there's wind generators, wind turbines. We have them too, but we need more of these. Like in Holland, they have a whole ocean full of turbines, and they're using, if the wind doesn't blow, the movement of the water generates electricity, and they have free electric, hydro, hot water heating. That type of thing. That's what they could do for us. And next time we pay our taxes, we're I know I think about it. So it's like, yeah, they want to take our money, but then what? It's like I was saying, and Doug and I feel this way. We'll pay taxes, road maintenance and whatever, but if you don't have school at age children and you're paying taxes for everybody else's kids to go to school, and like for instance, I actually took my child out of the school system and homeschooled them more than once. So if a person's not going to have their child or don't have children in the school system, why should we have to pay taxes on that? It's not the same as saying, well, you're paying taxes for the roads. That's a different tax. So yeah, we'll pay for the roads. Damn right. We'll pay in case the fire department needs to come out. But there's like 20% of our property taxes go to supporting school systems, which I really don't believe in anyway. There's enough, well, both parents have to work. Okay, yeah, whatever. Do they really? You know, so whatever. There's ways things can be worked out in this world, and I know it's tough. I know it is tough, but I just have my opinions about things, and that's even though I've had to go out and do things. It's a crying shame that things have to be like that because it seems so unnatural. So, anyway, everybody, I just thought I'd tell you what's on Barb's mind today. So, God knows, right? So, um, shout out 007. I caught part of your big live stream and then I cut your little video today. And sorry the trolls were getting you. That's a thing too. And if you go live, um, that's what I heard today. A call from an uprising said if you go live and they can flag you right away, then it's like then they'll review you for strike on your channel or some dang thing like that. If you check out one, I think the first call for an uprising this morning, he said that. So it's like, oh, okay, or it might have been the second one. Don't quote me. But anyway, yeah. So yeah, I feel sorry for anybody that's under the gun like that. And I was in a mood once in a while. I thought about doing it on purpose just so I could just. But then I thought, nah, I don't want to do that. I really don't. So, yeah. Just keep your spirits up. You're all better than that. So, we all are. I think if they get cleaned up in their souls, they're all better than that too. So, like I say, I got some filthy people I love, but I just got friends in low places. Doug hates that song. I like it. And I like, hey, bartender, pop a top on another can. And let's see, what's another one? Uh, I'm not really big on country, but I do have my ones like that that I think are hilarious. Willie Nelson had one about drinking. Let me see, what was that? Um, I used to be big Waylon and Willie fan. So, Waylon Jennings, Willie Nelson. Seen him in concert. My favorite concert I ever saw. My first, I was way across the river though, was Motley Crue, and I think it was Peter Frampton and Lamont Cranston were there. And then the second one, well, no, the very first was a little lady named Teresa Brewer that sang How Much Was That Doggy in the Window, that lady. So, like, way back when. And then them ones. And then Willie Nelson. But Charlie Daniels Band. Wow. That was so good. you know. So was Willie Nelson, and his sister was the pianist, and she is awesome. She had like really long hair. Cool. She looked like cousin It, off of the Adams family, I think. Yeah, seriously, long dark hair. Mine was too, but it was kind of wavy. But hers was just straight. It's like cool. So anyway, but that's about it for tonight. I'll tell you peace and love from Pine City, Minnesota, USA. I hope I brightened your day a little bit. So I love you all. Thanks for being here. Night. Good day. Later.